It was a late summer afternoon when we set out. The boat bobbed gently on the surface, rocking with the rhythm of the waves. The team was all set for another deep dive. Standard procedure, a routine job, nothing out of the ordinary. That's what I told myself at least. But something in the air felt off from the start, as though the sea itself was holding its breath. Waiting for something. I'm a seasoned diver. I've been down to the darkest corners of the ocean and never once felt fear. You get used to it after a while. The vast silence, the endless stretch of water, the way the world shrinks when you're submerged. You learn to respect the ocean, but you don't fear it. At least that's how I felt until that day. We were tasked with checking out an old, abandoned underwater research station, something that had been left behind decades ago, slowly being overtaken by coral and marine life. We'd been to it a dozen times before, but it was still one of those places that gave off a strange vibe, even in the bright light of day. The wreckage was almost like a time capsule, preserved in its own quiet grave at the bottom of the sea. I descended first, the cold grip of the deep water wrapping around me as I sank lower. The sunlight faded quickly, turning everything into shades of blue and black. I adjusted my flashlight and continued my descent. The others followed, but I always liked to take the lead. It gave me a sense of control, or maybe just comfort in the midst of the infinite unknown. When we reached the wreck, I immediately noticed something different. The hatch, which had always been securely locked during every dive, was now ajar. A strange feeling crawled up my spine. The wreckage was old, rusted, and overrun with sea creatures. But now there was something else, an unsettling stillness. Not the peaceful kind of stillness, like you expect from the ocean, but a heavy, almost suffocating silence. It didn't feel right. I signaled to the others to stay close as I approached the hatch. It was dark inside, darker than I remembered. My flashlight flickered, casting brief shadows that seemed to move when I wasn't looking directly at them. I hesitated. For a moment, I thought I saw something inside the station, but I couldn't quite make it out. It was too far back, too deep in the shadows,